Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. I'm Cheryl Lee Harnish. Hi. And I'm the author of The Path of the Soul, Divine Guidance, and Return of Spirit Deck. So today's topic is what messages from Spirit, from your guides, what do you need to know about your awakening process, whether that's your spiritual awakening or awakening to your path and purpose. I'm really excited because I feel like there's some new information coming through here today. The other thing is, I've been thinking, because I have had so many people ask me lately, like it's getting ridiculous, about wanting some intuitive development classes because we can't, COVID restricts, I can't do anything in person. So I've been thinking of maybe doing something on Zoom where we just have these big meetings, maybe one day a week for a month or so. And, everyone can chat and I can coach you guys through the process and give you the information that I have to share in that. If you guys are interested in something like that, I would really like to hear in the comments below, because I just have no idea, aside from the people who have been mentioning it to me, who would be interested. So, for our choices. Now, I'm just going to move the booklets out of the way because I have a feeling I'm going to knock them. So we're doing our two-tiered reading. Now, our top tier is the main part of our reading. So this is our no here Buddha, and he's kind of hard to see. The light is reflecting on these guys. And this is our no speak Buddha for choice number 2. And then choice number 3 is our no see Buddha. Okay. Now, for our second tier today, I thought that we would choose a little bit differently because, a lot of this is visual, and I thought I want to tweak your senses a little bit here and see if we can find a different way to tune into your pile. So I'm going to be drawing cards, and we have 2 choices here. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to close your eyes if you'd like, but to just settle yourself and listen to each of these sounds, and whichever sound you resonate with most in your cells is the choice for you in your second tier. So the first, we have this Om. Okay. And for our choice B, we'll say this is choice A, the tinkle bells, the Om bells. And for choice 2, okay. So you guys can tune in and just go with the resonance of the energy. So let me know how you like making that choice in this way, in a new way, down below it. I would really like to hear. So pause the video if you need. When you make your choices, I'll get us set up for our first reading. See you in a sec. Hi, group 1. How are you? For those of you who have chosen our no here Buddha, let's see what we have here. Okay, so first, right out of the gate, we have healing with intention. And, of course, the healing with intention card is about our personal journey of healing. And a lot of the times it is our need to heal ourselves or heal our lives that even brings us onto a spiritual path in the first place. So, while they are talking about, your personal growth work being a big key and component in your spiritual awakening, they can also be talking about, physical ailments can also be that undercurrent that pushes us into alternative healings and leads us down this whole new path. So I feel like, they are talking about your healing process here today. But I have to say, that this card is also pointing to the healer who needs to heal so that they are in a place to come out here in the world and help facilitate healing in others in whatever way that takes form or shape for you individually as a soul. Okay. And we have the friendship card. And, I see these two circles as being almost like this infinity, that Tao kind of energy to it, this balance, but not in that relationship kind of way, intimate relationship, and not in the Tao as in masculine, feminine, light and dark, but in this balance of, supportive people that are here in our lives or coming into our lives. But I have to see the other cards to understand the context of that friendship card. Oh, okay. And we have the receiving card. And this receiving is such a big, big lesson for so many of us on the spiritual path, especially you guys that are healers. Even if you don't consider yourself a healer, this card is talking about, one, that whether you are a healer and need that reminder that the energy has to balance each way. So as you give out and allowing yourself to receive, or that it's talking about in your healing process, yourself, your personal healing, that an element of this that is working here in your spiritual awakening is how to be in that mode of receptivity, to understand, a lot of the times if someone offers us help, we're like, oh, no, that's okay. It's okay. You don't need help. And behind that, no, it's okay, is actually like, it's like a low self-value or a low self-worth that you don't feel like, you feel like you're going to be putting somebody else out if you take that generosity that they're offering you. And so, there's something about healing this aspect within you that is in resistance to receiving both. I want to say, because that's a friendship card, receiving that support, gracious, giving from people. And also, I have to say, because, Spirit's running this show here today, that it is also about being open to receiving what the universe has to give you and how they give it to you, the avenue that it comes through. It's something about opening up to understanding your own value and worth. I just want to get out all the cards before I continue. The other card here is the empowerment card. So, they are talking about a big part in your spiritual awakening process is about you coming into your own empowerment. Now, that, I believe that a part of what they're saying is that through coming into this place of this more receptive kind, instead of just receiving, receptive kind of energy where you're open to this moment and you're open to what is here now, right? As well as being receptive and open to receiving what comes to you in the forms of help and material things and spiritual information, right? So that's very interesting. And I feel like for some of you who are on the path of, feeling that calling of helping the world heal or to help people heal, that there's something here about you really coming into the place. And I feel like I have to say over the next 4 to 6 months of switching from that place of maybe I can, or I feel it calling, but I don't think I can, to coming into that place of going, yeah, I can. I absolutely can. So we're just going to get out our last 2 cards, and we're going to see what they have to say. Group 1, your awakening process. Group 1's awakening process. Okay. So, this card is haunting some of you guys, I know, but, it's out on the table again. The first card out here is the Right card. And this one I don't think has made an appearance in quite some time. The other card is the Mediumship card. Okay, so with that Right card coming out, I feel like that really does fit in with what I was talking about with our own dedication to, healing these core wounds that we have, that we've accumulated throughout our lifetime, and really separating ourselves from that past and that story with the healing card. And that I really feel like a part of what they're talking about here is that in your spiritual awakening, that it's important to begin that process of journaling if you guys haven't been doing it, or if you've been like kind of knowing you should but haven't really felt like it lately. There's something about getting the words out of here and onto paper, right? For others of you, and you will know when you're hearing what I'm saying which side of this coin suits you or resonates with you, because for others of you, this is about you beginning through your own healing process, really beginning to open up to receiving this guidance about writing, coming into that creative flow, writing something that's more substantial and that could be have elements about your own healing process, or but don't get stuck on that, because this card is calling you to begin writing in whatever way you feel resonates with you. Okay, and there is something that I have to say empowering about you picking up a pen and beginning to do that. And I really feel like for some of you, that's kind of healing some of these issues around your own voice and having your own expression. And, a lot of people say, oh, I've always wanted to write, but, I'm a terrible writer. My grammar is terrible. And it's like, healing that process of I'm not enough and I'm not good enough and all of these things that keep us held back. But the other card that's out here, you guys, is the Mediumship card. And so, it's funny because that receiving card, it is saying that it's important for you to realize that the balance needs to be restored here because you guys are such givers, right? And they're talking about, there's a gift. When we allow other people to give to us, we're giving them a really precious gift, because I know you guys who subscribe to my channel, and you guys are the givers. You guys are the big marshmallow hearts who are like, oh, I want to help you, and I will, and you know how good it feels when you get to do that. And so in this restoring this balance and giving this gift of allowing other people to help you and aid you in whatever way they can, I feel like that's what this Mediumship card is talking about in another aspect on the spiritual plane of things. Because when you look at that Mediumship card, this is like a mirror image flipped side to side. And each side is coming into the center to meet at the center. And whether you want to call it mediumship, channeling, intuition. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day what label we stick on it. It's literally about being the middleman for spirit to work through out here in the world, that you're the middleman. And it's a very, very important role. So whether you become that middleman for spirit to work through you as a healer, as a writer, or as an intuitive, right? They're talking about you coming into that place of healing what you need to heal in order to allow yourself to do that. And I feel like that's what's strengthening this connection here. And I also have to say that with that friendship card coming out, that there's people coming, there's like actual real life physical people coming into your world. And I want to go again, I feel that 4 to 6 months period, and that will be for the majority of you. It'll be different because this is a group reading. But people who come in who support you in the way that you actually need to help you walk your path. So whether that's that friend who is that cheerleader, or that friend who goes, yeah, you're doing it. Of course you are. And I'm not going to let you sit here and waste this incredible talent that you have. Or it's just the friend who is here to support you in giving you that energetic, emotional support, to like the wind beneath your wings, to help you through this. Okay. So this is only part 1, and we still have either our bells, our tinkly bells, Om bells, or our tingshes so choice A or choice B. And I'll see you guys over there in just a sec. Hi, group 2. How are you? For those of you who have chosen our No Speak Buddha, let's see what we've got here for you. Oh, okay. So we have Cosmos of the Heart starting off. That's a master number 22. Okay, so when the master numbers come out, like master numbers carry a higher resonance of energy, but they also describe a lot more challenge. So I feel like a part of that message coming through with the Cosmos of the Heart showing up is that this is about you guys overcoming your challenges. But in the booklet, I wrote that this is about, stepping out into a new part of your path, and that not everyone is going to agree with your choices, and it's usually the people closest to us that, maybe aren't as awake as you, that go, what the heck are you thinking? I know I drove my mother crazy when I was in my 20s, because I would do the crazy. She thought they were crazy, but I'm like, no, it's calling me. And it always worked out. And I feel like there's a part of that message is coming through in this reading today, that, there's the logical thing and the thing that, the world or society or our family wants us to do. And then there's what we feel in that deepest calling, that deepest part of our heart that is right for us to do. And there's something about stepping into a new way of being on your path, because this old way of, being really divinely connected and spiritually connected and still trying to live this normal 3D life the way that it's supposed to be done isn't working. And it's like, it almost feels like it's time to just tip fully into your more spiritual path, your more divine path or way of being. And I feel like that's a big part of your awakening process that Spirit is talking about right now. Okay. So the next card we have out is Revelations. And I love this because, this is like this big blossoming energy coming out here. And with that Revelations card, it's talking about like it normally is talking about that there can be a change of jobs, or like a move in your house. So I do feel like that might be a part of the message that's here for you, because our practical everyday living does matter too, you know. And but the big thing with the Revelations card is that it's talking about also a change of your own perspective, of kind of like what you once perceived as the truth. It was only a part of the truth, or, you know, this much of it. And it's talking about like a greater seeing, a greater understanding, a new kind of perspective. And I would have to say, on your life and on yourself. And that, through those perspectives, there's kind of like a new way of being through your higher understanding. So I guess that's a better word that I want to say. I feel like there's these higher understandings coming through for you guys, and for some of you, there's changes coming up. And that's funny, because, you know, I just said with the cosmos of the heart that there's something about stepping into a new part of your path, and then you have Revelations, which is talking about changes and like a new perspective. And I feel like that they actually, it makes sense to me that as you grow in this awareness, you're really settling into what your heart is calling. Oh, so the next card we have is Earth Angel. Okay, you guys, I always say when the Earth Angel card comes out, this is a huge message for you, because, you know, this whole reading is about messages from your guides and spirit about your spiritual awakening. And then the Earth Angel card comes out. And, you know, it's so easy to go, but I'm just me, you know. Yeah, I might be good at this and that, but, you know, do I really make a difference? And, you know, I'm just a person. And like, it's like a minimalizing. It's not really seeing yourself for who and what you really are. And Spirit, I feel like putting this card in here is giving you like this loving spiritual spanking today, and going, you are an Earth Angel. You know, you chose in this incarnation, when you came into this body, that you were going to be in service to the world, that you were going to have this big, tender, beautiful heart, because it's what helps you to be of service out here in the world. So, you know, you guys, I'm really touched that that card came out. And I have to say, I feel like that perspective that we were just talking about, that a lot of that change in perspective or understanding, they're talking about even a change of perspective on yourself as well as the world. And I feel like this is talking about you coming into a deeper understanding of your path and your purpose, and really listening to your heart, even if your mind interjects and says, no, that can't be it. That you're moving into this place where you will be honoring what is coming through with your heart as far as your path and purpose. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the next card we have out is the Resolution card. And so the Resolution card is about working things out. This is almost like 4 separate pieces of a puzzle, like coming together and trying to fit these odd pieces together. And, you know, a lot of the times we feel like we're the odd piece of the puzzle trying to fit ourselves into life, you know. And so with that Resolution card coming out, I feel like they are talking like just coming into that place of acceptance, that you're here to be of service. You do have these amazing, beautiful spiritual gifts. And even if you don't feel like you're some powerful healer or master intuitive, that the grace of who you are is a beautiful energy. And it's just about you allowing yourself to be that here in the world. Okay, now we still have 2 more cards. So I'm just going to grab these. and see what else, just to bring this message fully together here. Okay, the awakening process for group 2. What do they need to know? So I feel like I'm going here and right here. Okay. I'm so glad that I drew these on camera. Okay, so the first card out is the vibrational card. And you know, because this is talking about your awakening process, you know, the vibrational cards is talking about understanding and realizing the impact. Look at the energy in this card. This would be you, as a soul, and the energy that emanates from you, and the impact that you have on people around you and the world at large in general. So I feel like they are talking about, on some level, you know, not working on your energy so that you're in a positive vibration, because the vibration that you are is perfect for this moment. But it's more in coming to that process, really learning and understanding the impact of frequency, the impact of your state of being, and how that energy emanates from you and impacts other people and impacts the world. So I feel like I need to say, like, there's elements of studying, really deeply studying the core components of manifesting, and not just in the, oh, I'm so positive, why isn't everything manifesting for me? Because that's not what manifests. And I feel like this is a part of that message that they're talking about. I also feel that they are really trying to bring it home for you guys, that you are the ones that are here to be in service. You're the ones who are here to help nurture the heart of others, or to take care of Gaia, Mother Earth, to care for the animals, or for the people, or for the children, or to run that amazing eco-friendly business, and you have all these products that are ethically harvested, and like that sort of thing. Like, I don't want to confine your idea of who you are in this reading. I'm just trying to give you all kinds of examples of how you are this earth angel, and that your energy matters. Who you are matters. Who you are in being here matters, and it matters that you're here. Okay, so not only do I feel like a part of your awakening process is realizing that you are here to be one of those souls who is here to make an impact in this world, but it's time to take flight. And it is this big beautiful butterfly here, but I really feel like that take flight card is kind of saying, okay, you guys, you have these big, gorgeous, beautiful wings, and it's like time to, how Neo in the movie The Matrix, he flexes, once he steps into his power and he owns who he is, he flexes and the whole world goes boom. And that's the feeling when I'm holding these two cards in my hand. That's the feeling that's coming with these cards. And I feel like it's time for you to just spread your wings and step into yourself and really take flight to honor what your deepest heart is calling you in your path and purpose. And through that, that's where I feel that you kind of come to terms with it. That resolution card is you coming to terms with it and just going, okay, damn it, universe, damn, I surrender. I finally give in, I surrender, and I'm just gonna be who I am, because it's who you are as you are right now, what the world needs. And this is because all these smaller butterflies in here connect with that golden chain link energy. This is about having an impact on other people in their lives, in a social way, or with many people. Okay, so I don't know why you're still watching this video, you guys, because it's time to get busy and get out there. I'm just teasing. So that was an amazing reading, you guys. It's kind of blowing me away, to be honest. But we aren't even done. We still have our choice of our Om tinkly bells or our tinkshas for choice B. So I will see you guys over there in just a sec. Hi, group 3. How are you? For those of you who have chosen our No See Buddha, let's see what the cards have for you today. Okay. We have the Consciousness card. And, this is guidance about your spiritual awakening. So I'm finding this very interesting because, to me, this looks like a brain, like the two hemispheres of this brain, and then all this energy coming in, like from the cosmos, from the divine. And it's talking about, I feel like I want to talk about when a lot of the Buddhists talking about the placidity of the mind and how it begins to change through through meditation. It's coming to me as I'm holding this card, but I'm getting that feeling of like this actual chemical, cellular, physical change that's coming in your process here. And I feel like there's a lot of I want to go, like the energy takes me out there, I have to say, when I'm holding this card. So as far as your spiritual awakening, I'm feeling like this, like a complete change in your consciousness, in your understanding, in how your brain is wired and rewiring it. It's almost like shifting your view from this physical 3D world and reality into this more like seeing the world with these quantum eyes and understanding it down to the molecular or quark level. Right? So there's something really powerful that's happening here on this change. And I feel like a part of that change is like your consciousness in how you understand your own being, your own self here. Okay. This is powerful. I'm surprised. Okay, so the next card out of the gate is the Red Native card. And with that Red Native, I see these as the tops of two totem poles coming together, and they're almost like this big, beautiful Tao or infinity symbol. And, the basis of this card is about walking the red road, which in First Nations spirituality, that is about you really honoring that path within your heart that calls you to your spiritual path. And this is like this card talks about doing that with the utmost of integrity to yourself. It has nothing to do with anybody outside of you, but just that that you've evolved so far down your path now in your own personal awakening process that you can't turn back. Like you've walked past the point of no return because you couldn't go back to Muggle life and go back to sleep and be okay. And I feel like that's a part of what this card is talking about. So you're I don't want to say you're halfway, but you're so far down along your path now that you're at the point where you might as well just go, F it. I'm here. I'm going all the way home. Like I'm going to go right to this end point because you know, I have to say these two cards coming together, the consciousness card, your conscious state of being, mind, awareness, that feeling of meditation that they're talking about here, and that red native card about really honoring your path and your awakening process. I feel like a lot of what they're talking about is whatever you have been moving through in this last period, like I have to say a couple of years in your life, is about waking you up to what you really are, because you are not a who. It's not who am I. This is what am I. And I feel like they're talking about actual enlightenment, right? Coming to that, not that understanding, because that is of the mind, but coming to that experience of having that profound awakening experience. So the other card that's coming out here is the Lion Guide card, and that's a number 33. So, you know, I just said this in the other reading that had a master number as well. While master numbers are, oh, it's a master number, that's so awesome. There is one catch with master numbers, is that master numbers come with a lot more challenge than just regular base numbers. Okay. And so I feel like they are talking about you know, in this awakening process, getting hit, slammed with your fair share of challenges. And I feel like, you know, for many of you, you guys are evolved enough on the path that you've been cleaning house, so to speak, in here for long enough that you're coming to the point where you're getting down to the really juicy bits, you know, the really soft core pieces within you. And that Lion Guide card is saying that you're at this place within your path on your spiritual awakening, that it is about you claiming your throne and realizing that this entire reality is your kingdom. This is your world. What you are experiencing is manifested from you and through you, and is a reflection of you, every aspect. And I feel like there's something, I made this reference to Neo in the Matrix earlier, and I feel like I'm going to make it again, because again, it's giving me that feeling of when Neo in the Matrix realizes that he is the one, and he's facing the agents, and he takes his muscles and he flexes, and the whole world flexes with him. It goes whoa, whoa. And I really have that feeling with you guys, that this is much more of I'm in my power. I don't need to prove it to anybody. I don't need, it's not about anyone or anything else. And really coming to settle into your own truth. And I feel like I want to use the words like mastering your reality, and not through a sense of force, but through this really deep understanding of who and what you really are, and becoming just more moving onto this vibrational level of being, I guess. I'm actually finding it hard to use the words to articulate the energy that is coming through in this reading. So it's like way up here with you guys. Ooh, so the next card we have out is the Elemental card. Okay, that's kind of funny actually, because the Elemental card, the elements, you know, earth, wind, fire, air, that sort of thing, I feel like they are talking about what I was saying with that, feeling like it's mastering this reality. But with this Elemental card, because these are messages about your spiritual awakening, that Elemental card is saying that it's really important to get grounded, because I was saying the energy feels like it's way up here, like I would actually go way up here. That Elemental card is about keeping yourself grounded, getting out for walks, getting in touch with nature. And I mean, even if you live in the city, you can find a park somewhere that you can go to be, right? And because there's something about connecting to that energy of nature that can be very powerful in your awakening process. And not just like, oh, I've awakened to my spirituality. I'm talking about the real awakening process of awakening to the truth of what you are, right? And in the stillness and the energy of nature in its truest form, it almost like that, it helps us to settle into that quiet stillness that is present throughout everything and all things that is you, right? Okay, so we have 2 more cards. Okay, Group C, what do they need to know about their awakening process? Okay, it's right here and here. They came very quickly. Okay. So, first card out is the Fearless card. And I feel like that just so backs up everything I've just been saying with that Lion Guide card, that it is about you guys, claiming your throne and to be fearless about it. Because I know there's, you still have we all do, unless you're extremely awakened, like an ascendant master, we all live with this part of our mind, the ego consciousness, and it does everything it can to keep us from our own empowerment. And Adi Shante, he's a brilliant speaker. I suggest you listen to him, actually, if you can, on YouTube. But Adi Shante talks about how the egoic mind lives in resistance, and it resists everything. And I feel like that's coming into mind as I'm holding this fearlessness card. And I feel like they're talking about stepping out of that place of resistance, right? And stepping, just giving yourself enough space to go, okay, you know what? I'm all in. I'm all in on my path now. I'm going to live it. I'm going to breathe it. And I feel like a part of what they're saying here too is, that your work becomes your spiritual work, that your life becomes a total reflection of your inner spiritual life and world, right? Like a building of your kingdom to truly reflect your truth. Now, the other thing, besides that fearlessness card, is you got the music card. So I feel like a few things are coming through with this, because I do want to say, frequency, vibration, music, they are so all interconnected. And so I feel like there's something really powerful for you guys coming through here in supporting you in your awakening process. Either listening to music that has positive, empowering lyrics, things like that, music that charges your soul, music that also taking time to listen to music of different frequencies, different hertz, healing, that sort of thing, for in those down times, really tuning into yourself. What do I need today? Do I need some spunky, inspirational, feel-good vibes, or do I need to zen myself out with some frequency and hertz music, right? Because there's something about that coming through in this. But the other thing with this music card, and this is a big lesson to get when we're on our spiritual path, is that it's not about pushing forward and forging ahead and going against all odds and just pushing. That with this music card, that it's talking about feeling into the tempo and the rhythm that your life is playing at this time. And, sometimes life is like carrying this big tempo and we're like doing the tango everywhere, trying to keep up with everything and keep up with everybody. And it's busy, busy, busy. And then there's other times where it comes into the quiet and it's like, now everybody's kind of disappeared from your world and all the things that were on your plate before are gone. And it's kind of like a slow one man, one woman waltz, and you're just doing, and I feel like they're talking about you just coming into the rhythm of how life is moving and moving with that rhythm, to not work against that. Okay. And I have a feeling you'll know what I'm talking about there. And that is whether they're talking about path purpose, as far as what I was mentioning earlier about work and that, or moving with the tempo of how things are. I know like the state of the world right now with what's happening in there has really altered the day-to-day lives of most of us, and it is about us working with this new flow and way of things of being. But there's something really important that they're talking about that for you guys here in group 3 that has to do with your own spiritual processing. Okay, so I'm gonna let you process that for yourself, and we still have tier number 2 to do, which is either our Om Tinkly Bells or our Tinkshas, choice A or choice B, because they're going to talk about something else that's going to just kind of come in here and help support everything else that we've been talking about. So I'll see you guys in our part 2 in just a sec. Hi, group A, for those of you who have chosen our Om bells, they remind me of little fairies, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 2 cards from the Path of the Soul deck and 1 from the other deck here. And I need this one. And I actually am taking from the bottom and 1 more here. I don't know about you guys, but I do like to see when cards are drawn. No, it's in here. Where is it? There. I like to see when the cards are drawn because I can feel the process when I do watch other pick of cards, but I can feel the energy of that. Oh, okay. So, first card out from the Path of the Soul deck is the Nature card. And this one, like I'm sure you've noticed that most of the fractal images that I've made that are in the decks are very bright and vibrant colors. And the Nature card is one of the few fractals that actually came out in these soft whites and pastels. And there is something to that softness in that energy. So while the Nature card is talking about you connecting with nature, you being mindful, even about the types of food that you're eating and things like that, there's also another kind of whispering energy in here, which is about, we call it Mother Earth, which is, she supports us and nurtures us and cares for us. And I feel like there's that kind of energy, that gentleness with ourselves that needs to happen here that they're talking about. And nurturing yourselves, like nurturing your physical body with, eat your junk food because it makes you feel good, but make sure that it's in balance with the things that when you eat it, it makes you feel good and feel alive and, that sort of thing. So, and also doing what you can to connect out into nature. And for whatever reason, I feel like there's something important here about paying attention to spirit animals. And I don't normally say that with this card, but you know, if you have, depending on where you live in the world, you're going to see different animals, but they can all be Googled online. But I feel like you guys need to be paying attention to spirit totems. So whatever animals are coming through, if you notice, oh, that's unusual, I don't usually see that animal, bird, whatever, look it up and find out the animal medicine that's coming to you, okay? Because they're hinting directions and things to do with that. The next card that we have out here, I'm so I made these cards, right? I'm having one of those moments where I go completely blank and I can't recall the name of the card. It's okay. It's all right. Because inner light, there it is. Whew. So it's this big, beautiful teardrop, right? And inside, it's like this little violet flame is burning inside this teardrop. And so I feel like they're saying that, you know, life can get really difficult and it can be really challenging. And where I normally say that this is about a purging process for you guys, for whatever reason, I feel like in this reading, in relation to your spiritual awakening, I feel like they're talking about this softness and this gentle energy and like connecting with nature and just feeling nature with you, because there's something about like letting down some of your inner guards. I feel like, you know, a part of allowing your light out is life can be harsh. And when it happens, we, you know, feel like we need to kind of close off part of our heart and to protect ourselves. And and we stuff away the pain, we stuff away the hurt. But when we do that, you can't just close one part of your heart and this other part is open. It's all or nothing when it comes to the heart. And so I feel like they're talking about you really coming into this self-nurturing period to allow yourself to feel some of the harder things that you've kind of got buried in here, and to allow yourself that purification process, that cleansing process, you know, whether you're just using sound, healing bowl and vibrations and stuff like that to kind of gently nurture yourself into that place of allowing the energy to pass through you and out of you, or actually doing more in-depth processes to really access what little stuff you have buried in here. And it's like a cleansing to let it out so that you can let more of your light be out here, unimpeded, unflavored by the other stuff that you have kind of layered in here. Okay, and the last card that, oh, beautiful, that we have is the assistance card. And I have to say, when the assistance card comes up, like, because this is especially like messages from your guides, from, you know, the higher beings that are working with you in your awakening process, I feel like they are saying that they are completely here with you in your process. And it is easy to feel like we talk at them and that's it, right? We never really hear them back. And so this is the ways that they have to connect and say, we are here with you. And so I feel like they are trying to reassure you on that end. But I also feel like with that assistance card that they're talking about, you know, real life people coming in or allowing people into your personal world a little bit more, the right people, that they can be of assistance to you in this purification process. And offering, giving some of that more gentle energy to help you. And that through this process, you in turn, up along your spiritual awakening and through this growth that you're going through, you then become the assistance, right? So that when you've gotten this taken care of, you then become the person who is out in the world reaching a hand out to others and going, I can help you. I know this one. Come on. Right? So that's quite beautiful. And I feel like they're kind of giving you encouragement and support in really walking this tougher part of your path that you need to come through. So if you enjoyed your readings, please do hit the like and subscribe. I'm sending you guys all my love, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Hi, Group B. So for those of you who have chosen our tinctures, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put these down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw Group B. Spiritual awakening process. What do they need to know? I'm going to draw 2 right there and there. Wow, they came quick too. 2 cards from the Path of the Soul deck and 1 card from the Return of Spirit deck. What does Group B need to know? What messages do you have for them? And that's the one there. Okay, so first card up. Footprints. Okay, so you can see they look like little feet with the little toes on this earth. And what I love, not on this earth, what I love is that where it's split down the middle, I feel like it talks about the physical footprint that we leave in the world and that spiritual footprint that we leave, that we create, that we carry through into our next lifetime, because we do work out here and we do work in here, and the accumulation of this becomes the basis of the life to follow on what level of consciousness we've reached. I'm not keen on the word karma, but for lack of a easier explanation, like the kind of karma that we've worked through and released, the good karma that we've kind of gained with the all of those things that carry with us into our future lives, right? And the one in the physical world, like the actual footprint that we're leaving, the mark that we're leaving on the world as a whole and in people's lives. And I feel like this is something that is important to you guys who have chosen this group, like that calling in your heart, like that I need to do something that's meaningful here. Like I can't just do a job that doesn't matter. And it doesn't mean that you have to do something grand and for thousands of people, but that when you go out the door to do your job or, work from home, that what you're doing has meaning and significance to you in your heart. And there's something about that being the energy that feeds this imprint that is imprinting onto your soul as far as your future development in future lives. And you guys know I rarely ever talk about the next life or things in the future in that regard, but the energy is really strong here in this reading, so I have to go with what's okay. So the next card out is the vibration card, and it's funny, so we have the vibrational card in a different reading today from the Return of Spirit deck, and we got the vibration card from the Path of the Soul deck. And there's your little light, you big spiritual firefly, right? Sparking off, and your energy out here in the world. And that is talking about leadership abilities. It's talking about the kind of vibration that you carry. It's talking about the kind of mark that you're making in this world. And, you know, there is a leadership quality that comes to this. And, you know, for some of you, you might really feel some sort of resistance when I say a leadership quality. You're like, how can I lead anybody? I can't even lead myself. I mean, I feel that way about myself sometimes. But regardless, it is about a part of your awakening is about awakening that these gifts that you have from your soul, they have nothing to do with your mind and your beliefs about yourself. And that when you can get out of your own way enough through the journey that you're going through now is the process of you getting out of your way to really allow these gifts out of you, and they step into that role of leadership. And these gifts are what makes the impact and the difference. Because I have to say that with this reading, you guys, it has more of a social, other people, and like impacting the world, impacting other people. And this is a part of your path. This is a part of who you are as a soul, what you're awakening within you and coming into and claiming. So the last card, I love this. The last card that we have here is the commitment card. And I feel like that's where Spirit is kind of calling you guys out, because they're saying, you know, each of us, whatever role we have to play in this world, it is important. Whether we only touch a few lives or we touch millions of lives, it doesn't matter. Everyone is important. And it's like, I feel like they're calling you out with this commitment card, and they're saying, are you in or are you out? Because they know you're really in, and you know you're really in, but it's so easy at times to, you know, go, you know, I know that I could be working on myself or working on this, and we kind of go, I just want to zone in front of the TV and watch TV for a while, or, you know, we kind of put it off with these distractions, these wonderful, amazing, beautiful life distractions that just are easier. It's easier to just get lost in that stuff than to really commit to yourself and really commit to your path and really commit to doing what you need to do, that you know you need to do, to allow yourself to step out into this role out here in the world. And they're saying, like, time's up. Commit fully to it. And I feel like more really a better way to put that is that I feel like this message is your heart is coming to a place where you do want to fully commit to it, and you're kind of tired of the old antics that your mind uses to distract you and waylay you off this part of your path, and that it's a full in, I'm all in now kind of energy. Okay. So I want to say thank you for joining me for a reading today. If you resonated with your reading, please do hit the like, subscribe, and please do leave comments down below. I always read them, even if I haven't clicked on something, the like or love or whatever it is. I read everybody's comments, and I'm sending you guys all my love and support. You've got this. Okay. I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.